before. So in your view, this new amendment, is it a legal cure or a political workaround?
Thank you so much for inviting us to this show. Allow me to just commend my co-panelists for the good elaboration and history of NG-CDF. But most importantly is petition number 178 of 2016. Now, when you look at the decision, it was very clear that the NG-CDF Act of 2016, as amended in 2023, was declared unconstitutional in the Wanjiru, Gikonyo, and Opot case. So as we talk, the NG-CDF as it is, the whole act plus the amendments has been declared unconstitutional. And it has been declared unconstitutional for three key reasons. One is the overstretch of the separation of power. Number two, on aspects of infringing the devolution as enshrined in the Constitution. And number three is the prudent use of finance or of the funds that are collected from the public or the citizen through taxation. Now, when you look at Article 10 of the Constitution, it provides for the national values. And one of those principles is the prudent or sustainable development. In the current dispensation, there is an overlap, there is duplicity, in that the functions of the national government and the functions of the county government have been all put together in the NG-CDF Act. A classic example is when we talk about emergency fund. There is an emergency fund that is unallocated, actually 5% in the impugned NG-CDF Act. And when you look at the same, there's a similar fund at the county emergency fund as well as the national contingency fund. So all these funds, they perform the same function, so that when there is an emergency, all these actors will come to respond to the same emergency with lots of money, but divided and cut in different pieces so that you cannot easily realize its function. So that is what the High Court tells us, and actually rightfully put it, that for the prudent use of finances, let the functions of the county remain the functions of the county, let those of the national government remain the functions of the national government as enshrined under Schedule 4 of the Constitution. The other thing is the separation of power.
Hold on a second. Just on the subject of what you're calling duplication of efforts. If as a layman, help us understand, and I would like the others to jump in on this as well. If the Mwananchi is the recipient, the national government does some things, the county government does some things, and the national government, through the MPs and the CDF, the NG-CDF, they do some things, and the affirmative action does some things, and this new proposed Senate fund also does some things. Wouldn't someone argue that the Mwananchi is a beneficiary here? What would you say to that? As you answer that, I would like some of the other guys to jump in as well.
Thank you so much. And before I answer that, let me put it very clear that the High Court decision is not against development. It's against the administration of the NG-CDF, such that you cannot be a player, a coach, and a referee. That is actually what NG-CDF provides for.
Fair enough.
Now, look at this. You have 3 or 4 different funds performing the same functions. And these funds are directed to one person, to the exclusion of the rest. So let's say Osido gets the NG-CDF bursary. Osido gets the governor's bursary. Osido gets the president's bursary. You see, it's the same fund that if it were collected and put in one consolidated fund, then it could even fund the free primary education. But because of let me not say the greed of politicians, but because the politicians normally want to use public funds as political weapons to whip on the emotions of voters, that's why they divide it. And
Okay.
when they divide it in so many sects, it does not perform that which it's supposed to perform rightly.
All right.
Instead, it can easily be plundered and misappropriated.
All right, hold on to